بدمص وصوع تعجبا تنبيت حارنت فتصامة ختنقر تيفي سمرر السنيت كتمرر قاعد غتدرر حلم غتبارر تيفي سمرر انه كابزبي توليدا تاتخطبلو نسبة عبيدا بزبا سويدا نسبة صميدا كتعمم مخيدا مرتحقي كتكون ميدا تيفي سمرر مرحبا تيفي سمرر وعلى أخت نقر تيفي سمرر شرحي خطبون قرر أمت كتمرر تيفي سمرر عين السلام كوين قندل كوتا تساقرا برهانا غتعدل تيفي سمرر مرحبا تيفي سمرر مرحبا تيفي سمرر عف عبوس كتبسر تيفي سمرر حسن ملك تكبر مرحبا تيفي سمرر دبخيلا تيفي سمرر ششاي معك انت خيلا تيفي سمرر تيفي سمرر عصر جقنا جقنا كم عتبو جقنا خمس ولد كتلابو تيفي سمرر دبخيلا مرحبا دمت كل ملا تيفي سمرر مرحبا انتم فتحي حرر تبلوا هي تقبلوا تيفي سمرر ملخت رهوا تنفح الله مقال حبوا تيفي سمرر كوتا تساقرا برهانخ عد تيفي سمرر
قناة سمر حرة لا تتبع لأي جهة أو فئة سياسية معينة تسعى لإعطاء المعارضة بشتى أشكالها قوة الدفع لتعجيل بإزالة الظلم وإحلال السلام في إريتريا وإثراء روح الحوار الوطني، وترحب كذلك بكل القدرات الفنية والإعلاميين الإريتريين للمساهمة. تعلن قناة سمر عن فتح أبوابها لكل المعارضة الإريترية للمساهمة في برنامج الغناء واستخدام الغناء في التعبئة العامة والاستنفار لإزالة الظلم وإثراء روح الحوار والوحدة الوطنية. كما تعلن عن ترحيبها بكل الآراء البناءة لتمكن الغناء من تأدية رسالتها الإعلامية على وجه الأكمل. عاش شعبنا حرا أبيا شامخا ينعم بالحرية والعدالة والسلام، ولا نامت أعين الطغاة والظالمين.
Welcome to today's program here at Smerrr TV. And today with us we have the Swedish Eritrean rapper Helen. Welcome.
Thank you, Vanessa Shakor. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Can you introduce yourself to our viewers? Who are you and what do you do?
Well, as you said, my name is Helen Kesete, and I'm an opposition activist against the regime in Eritrea. And I'm also a rapper that raps about the situation in Eritrea. So it's all politics.
Oh, but you're like one of the very few Eritrean rappers, both in Eritrea and outside. Why do you think that there's so few Eritrean rappers?
Well, I think that's an obvious question since... let alone about rapping, you know, a lot of stuff in Eritrea is like a sin. It's like gega, you know, because we don't have freedom and all that. So having an Eritrean rapper with the style that comes with it and the language that comes with it, I don't think so. It's a long way.
Yeah. But what kind of response do you get from your songs? Is it positive, negative, both?
Well, it's both. I mean, from the opposition, of course, it's positive, and
Yeah.
from the supporters, it's negative. So it's both.
Do you think you get different responses from people who are born outside of Eritrea, who are more like used to the culture of this deviant language, rather than people who have like newly arrived and are not as like used to rapping and the language and the culture that comes with it?
Yeah, of course, about the style of it and the language about it. Uh, the ones that grew up in diaspora or born in diaspora, of course, they understand it even more. The people who grew up in Eritrea, if they happen to be opposition, they will cut me a slack and still like me, since I'm rapping about
Yeah, the situation.
we have the same goal, yeah. But otherwise, it's like I'm cursing and stuff like that, so that's not accepted. But we will get there. That's what we're fighting about.
Yeah.
Not cursing, but the freedom.
But what do you think about the fact that people who are actually born in democratic countries, such as Sweden, actually support? I mean, very many young Eritrean people born outside of Eritrea actually support the Eritrean government, although they're taught in the democratic way.
That's a good question, Vanessa, because I grew up here, and in my world, there's nothing else than freedom. You know, me myself have tried so long to understand the situation, and still did not get an answer about it. And I guess it relies in that when you come to diaspora in certain age, you know, like over 18 or something,
Yeah.
it's really, really hard to forget your culture and your rules that you grew up with. And this is the problem. So the parents to these diaspora living kids, they are to blame, because they still not integrated in the country they live. So this is the way they raise their kids. And the kids, still though they know the meaning of freedom and everything, maybe they don't have the guts to confront their parents. But inside, I think they know, you know?
Yeah.
They just need a push.
But do you think all of these festivals and parties and the social benefits of being pro the government actually encourages young people to join the government side?
Yes, of course, because this is kids that never seen anything bad. They grew up in freedom, they grew up in democratic country.
Yeah.
So to them, this is normal, you know? And so it's like push, 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 push. You know, we have to talk about it, show them, and everything we can do for them to understand that this is the situation in Eritrea, and this is the youth, this is how they live. Because if they don't see that and everything is just blah, 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 you know, having fun and chasing girls or whatever, you know, it's not getting into them. Everything they see is just like I don't know, it's just an illusion.
Yeah.
And when they go back to Eritrea as in visiting, that's the illusion they get there. That's the reality they get.
But how do you think that there's a lot of, because when you graduate from in Sweden, very many Eritrean like goes back to Eritrea to like be a part of the ceremony in Sawa. They see the situation. Why do you think that they choose to ignore the situation?
To tell you the truth, I don't think they see the situation, because if you're gonna see the situation, you need to be with people that's been in the situation. I don't think they have any contacts with the real people that lives there. When they go there after they graduate or whatever, everything is made for them. You know what I mean? Everything is set up. You know, they put everything bad away or whatever. They take them into hotels. They take them to good places. You know, we have good places. If you have money, everything is good everywhere. So everything is just a setup, it's just an illusion. And I guess that's what they've been following. Too sad.
Yeah. But are you yourself involved in the resistant movement, the Eritrean resistance movement?
Well, yes, I am. I do what I can. I rap about it. I go to demonstrations, and I am an activist. But to me, it's nothing, you know, to tell about I'm like this or like that. It's just a duty, you know, like everybody should just tell the truth. You should not call yourself an activist just telling the truth.
No. It's, yeah. But like how, the people that you're grown up with, have you grown up with a lot of Eritreans where you come from?
Well, my parents live here. I grew up with my parents, but
I mean, other young Eritreans your age.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of Eritreans, but it's not like I have them in my life now.
No, because what kind of mentality do you think, or do you remember that they used to have with the Eritrean politics? Because what I have discovered and what I've heard like from many people is that you have Eritrean friends, but as soon as it comes to politics, it's divided. And usually the majority is for the government, and that, you know, probably changes the way you think as well. Or
yeah, well, as we grew up, we didn't like speak about it, or it's nothing like we notice as much as we do today. But today, I know everybody see what I'm doing on Facebook. I'm putting out all the situation about Eritrea and speaking about the regime we have.
Yeah.
And none of my old friends is talking about it, or I don't see them do anything. And I guess all their parents are supporters, so they just doing what they told.
Yeah. And that's actually like one of the biggest problems, that like you said before, that they decide to create this culture because they can't integrate to the society here. So they just live among themselves and convince themselves that Eritrea is the best country in the whole world.
Yes, because they don't know anything about Eritrea. At the same time, they grew up here, so you can call them Sweden or Swedish people, since we are from Sweden, though. And they don't know anything else, and still their identity, they want to know about it. They know they're Eritreans, but they do not want to speak bad about Eritrea.
No.
So it's a show for the Swedish people, or for the diaspora, the people we live in with, you know, like, oh, my country is good, you know. So it's a little bit like defense.
Yeah. Now we're gonna listen to Helen's first song, "Stolen Lives, Rest in Peace." Would you like to tell us a bit about what's it about and why you wrote it?
Well, Rest in Peace, I wrote it when these awful things started to happen. Young people, a lot of young people started to run away from Eritrea, Sinai, Libya, and everything, and God knows how many died. So I started like telling about how it is in Eritrea with national service, and how Hegdefis treat you if you don't want to go there, if you don't do your duty, and how the mothers have to live alone without anybody helping them while the kids are in Sawa. So it's like step by step, I'm trying to tell how it is and why they running away, and they have no choice. So people be like, why they running away if they know that this is what's coming to them? But you know what? They have no choice. So I'd rather see my chance if I live or die than knowing if I'm staying, I'm gonna die. So, and may they rest in peace.
National service limitless. All the mothers in the house sleepless. Deaf men deaf so heartless. And supporters of force brainless. You resist the force, then lay your body down with your face on the ground, screaming not better make a sound. Shit is raw, nobody wanna die, not knowing what they're fighting for in the war. People back home helpless, suffering in pain and sadness. To a point not giving a fuck and careless. In the try to flee so hopeless. Taking a chance being organless. Going through a nightmare of this madness. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Our brothers and sisters getting raped, killed, tortured, mindless. We need reality check awareness. Many of us who will fake proudness instead of action to away your realness. This inhuman yum so effectless. If it's not about their own skin, they aimless. What about the mothers becoming childless? And what about the children becoming motherless? What about the sis becoming brotherless? What about our people rule lawless? We need to stop acting so clueless. What about the youth's life being dreamless? Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Checkless, joyless, foodless. People living in hell, speechless. Faithless, rightless, lifeless. This is all people, freeless. Lawless, truthless, thoughtless. Supporters to oppression, braveless. Monkeys say monkey do with no cue, sharkless. What to do when the tables will turn, powerless. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, y'all. Rest in peace. Y'all never be forgotten. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, y'all. One love.
Welcome back, and we're sitting here with the Helen Kesete, the Swedish and Eritrean rapper, and we're talking a bit about Eritrean politics and about people in the diaspora and how they interact with Eritrean politics. But I was thinking about asking you, how come you became a rapper? What made you choose that direction in your life?
Well, since I was a kid, I have always liked rap music, hip hop music, underground hip hop. So it's always been in my hobby, writing songs and stuff like that. But I have never tried or wanted to be famous or whatever. But then when I started like interacting with Eritrean people and the situation about Eritrea and the regime, so I was like, you know, this is what I could do, because I only listen to hip hop music that has message or what I call is real. So it made me like, why not getting out my message in this way, you know, where I can try to make a difference. So that's when I started rapping.
What kind of like hip hop music did you used to listen to before doing your own songs?
Well,
What artists?
I listen to Nas. I listen to Mobb Deep, of course. I listen to Talib Kweli. I listen to the Arsonists. I mean, some of them are famous, some of them are not. But I only listen to the hip hop music I think is real to me. You know, where I can get something out of it.
But how come you listened to hip hop music when you were younger? Did you have siblings, or was it something you found yourself when you?
No, it was something I found myself. I guess everybody's born different. Somebody likes techno, somebody likes hip hop, somebody likes whatever, somebody likes Tigringa Koboro music. So I liked hip hop, and I still do.
So what made you? Have you always been like aware of the situation in Eritrea, or was it some kind of milestone you reached? Like, you know, oh my God, something is actually not right down there. You said that was a point you started writing. You decided you want to write about Eritrean politics in your songs. What made you realize?
Well, I have always realized that
Mm,
this so-called independence
mm,
is not real. Uh, Actually, I was back in Eritrea 1997, and I was just outside somewhere in Eritrea, and there was this white guy that came up to me and asked me, can I interview you? And I was about 16, I guess,
mm,
and the whole documentary was about Joshua, and the questions he gave me or the other diaspora kids was like, as a diaspora grown up kid, when you come back here, how do you feel like you treated? How these people treat you?
mm,
How do you feel? Do you
yeah.
feel any different from them?
Mm,
And my answer was like, well, I'm coming back here because it's my country, but
mm,
I seriously don't like the people.
mm,
And by that I mean, like, I don't like the people because uh, since they're not treated good,
yeah.
they don't have any freedom. How can they treat me good?
Mm,
To them, I'm just a traitor.
yeah.
All these PFDJ kids, all these Hegdef supporters, when
Yeah.
they go back there, they just go back there to show off.
Yeah.
So, um, in some way, I cannot blame them, for treating me
Mm,
like that. But at the same time, I'm still human and I have feelings. And it's so funny because these PFDJ supporters are today editing this video and trying to use it against me, where they just edited, cut when I say, oh, I don't like the people. So they'd be like, so why are you fighting for these people if you say you don't like the people? But you know what? When
mm,
they say that, they doing me a favor because they're not aware of that they're trying to tell me uh, that if I, how am I gonna say this? If I stand up for these people, I
yeah.
should like these people. That's what they're saying. So in other words, they're saying they supporting because they don't like the people. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're giving me proof that
Yeah.
if I'm an opposition, it's because I like my people. It's crazy if you think about it, but always, they make fool of themselves because they contradicting themselves when they
Mm.
speak. What they say doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. It's always the opposite of what they say. So
So
it's
what are the people, are they Swedish people have edited the video and then used it against you? Like, where have they published?
Oh,
Um,
it's I don't know. It's some people that does it. This all faceless people on Facebook. You don't know their name. They have
yeah.
no name, and still they cursing you out to death.
Yeah.
Writing these hate letters, whatever.
It's like on all the
So
videos.
yeah, so it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Because if
Yeah,
you go to
and
any
the
like,
real documentary is on YouTube too.
oh,
Yeah,
who made the documentary?
it was BBC.
Oh.
I think it was BBC yeah, it was BBC at
Mm.
that time.
Yeah, there's a lot of faceless Eritrean Higdef on the internet. Like if you go to any YouTube video, like any, it can just be music or documentary or like drama, whatever. It'll
Yeah,
just be like a huge, huge debate with people like
yeah.
Higdef
Yeah,
or
but still they have no face. And that is also to our advantage
mm,
because before uh, the opposition was so small and
yeah,
now they are the ones hiding, you
mm,
know? So it's good for us. More
yeah.
faces support us.
So this is what do you write about in your songs mostly? Eritrean politics or?
Yeah, it's only politics.
Mm,
That's what I will continue to do. Only politics. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And yeah, that's the only thing I want to do. So
mm.
it's only politics.
But as an Eritrean rapper, you're quite like alone in the business. What gives you like inspiration, and who are like your role models in the when you're creating the music?
Well, this might sound weird, but my role model is myself, and my role model, my motivation is the truth. Not
Yeah,
really, it's the truth and my experiences.
yeah,
So, what I see, what I hear, what I experience, uh, what I feel, pain, my brothers and sisters' pain, that's what I'm writing. And I think that's enough motivation. The truth is enough motivation.
yeah. When was the last time you were in Eritrea?
Uh, It was like I told you, 1997.
Oh,
so
you haven't been back since then?
No.
Have you been active in the resistance movement ever since, or?
Well, I have always been against the government, but there was no place for opposition.
No.
No, like no organization, no nothing. But now we have Facebook, we have Smerrr, we have this, we have that. You know, like it's everywhere. So now we can actually be active in another way. Yeah.
That's so. Now we have Helen's second song, "Time to Break the Silence." Would you like to tell us a little bit about your song and what it's about?
Time to Break the Silence is people need to speak more about the truth without choosing who you're gonna speak it with. You know, the truth is always the truth. So first of all, you have to start with people you know. You know, you're not gonna be like, oh, that's my friend, so it's cool. You know, so I'ma just speak with this faceless people on Facebook that doesn't even know me. You know what I mean? And then I'm just go like drink coffee with my friend and let him be a supporter. You know, so speak the truth from the heart, and it's about time. You know, we have the place, we have what we need to do that now. So no more fear.
Perfect. Now put on the song.
عالم زبلة نعاها موت هادلة بعنو اندي يوسف الله حالينا تيون دابلة دابلة enough is enough burn the power burn يا أغلى كاقرف كمبوبو خارجف enough is enough burn motherfucker burn burn motherfucker burn. This verse goes to supporters of war. Don't stand up if you ain't ready to fight for. Shit is raw. YPF DJ keep shit a war for all the shit they never saw. Lost their identity, now looking for unity. Bet it's easy to me. Go back home if you lost touch with nationality. And let the truth be told. Ain't nobody going back home, living their freedom. Bullshit, y'all. Taking credit for others giving up their lives. That's your thing, though. We all know so. You got no soul. We all know so. كم زي سبعاني لأخون بعلون خالق زفرد ناتي عالم زبلة نعاها موت طاللة بعلو اندي يوزف الله حيلي ناتي يوم دابلة دابلة enough is enough burn the power burn يعقلك هاقرف كم بوبوك هارقف enough is enough burn motherfucker burn burn motherfucker burn حرقي ناتمت كلائي والعازف القوس ألائي دك السبع عالم تسقو مريت ناتنا يوناي كلو ناي حق حيلي زلوو جيكا أملاخ من يمو ترقوم ناتمت زي فلطو بعلوم ننفسهم زشتو لبام جن عشا مسألة سبون مريكون زغبرة انتا يوم كاني كفريو بعلوم هاجرهم زفرسو بيني كبلي هاجري أرجوكي إلي معاري كمزي سبعاني لأخون بعلون خالق زفرد ناتيو عالم زبلة نعاقا موت هاللي بعلو اندي يوزف الله حيلي ناتيون دابلة دابلة enough is enough burn the power burn يعقلك هاقرف كم بوبوك هارقف enough is enough burn motherfucker burn 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 yo لو متصبح صباح لومي إن دابت في حالي فيكي في الجيجي ناقل فيونا بحكي تحفل كي نزل ودايز الشرفة يحلف شركة ناكا هزمي ناكا عدي كل إيكاجي هاجر لي يزو ينبالو مريت ناكا كلنا حكي كنك ناتا سلقريفنا أملاك دنكم ويلوري وليدنا دحي حجي سق مبالي لن دنا يوم يبلو ولا قبلو فغري زي بلو تمن حدد راح يسرحو موصال بالجكازي
Welcome back, and we're sitting here with Helen Kesete, the Swedish Eritrean rapper. So, Helen, could you tell us more about how the actual song creation takes place? How you make the song? Who writes the songs? Who put them all together?
Well, I'll write the songs, and some people might have helped me with some lines sometimes, and I have this dude. He's so talented, and he's Eritrean, and same sense we have the same goal, so we are connected in that way and humble. So he takes no money for it. He sent me these beats because that's a big deal to do music. You need beats. So he sent me these beats, and I have this program on the computer, and I have this mic. So that's how I do my music. because it's really, everybody thinks, like, oh, when you're gonna do this album, or when you're gonna release this song or that song, it costs money, and I'm not a millionaire, just to go to a studio and record a song.
Yeah.
It's it costs money, it's by hour. So I'm still not yet there. I have some songs that I have recorded on studio, but to be able to do this album, I need to record all the songs. I think I have like 12 songs now or whatever. So, so it's already made. The problem is just everything around it. But I try my best and I do what I can. Since it's a struggle, the bigger meaning for me is just getting the message out. So I just put them on YouTube or whatever, just for people to listen.
But how has your like career as a rapper like changed? When did it start, and have it like evolved?
Well, it haven't changed.
I mean, you've gotten bigger, of course.
Well, bigger. It's depends on who's listening, So, but if I can change one person by my words or message, I'll be happy with that. Because it's not for the opposition I'm doing it.
No,
so getting cred from the opposition, it really doesn't matter to me. It would be better if a supporter told me that I listened to your song and it changed my mind or whatever, and I am so what Eritreans call rough in my messages, and I don't hold anything back. I don't do songs snake ways, I'm not trying to steal people's minds. I'm just about telling the truth. And because if I try to steal people's mind, that would be brainwashing people, you know what I'm saying? So, and these people that can be brainwashed, they're not people who will stand their ground. I'm after these people that really get my message by heart and soul and really understand them, knowing the truth, so it's a little, some artists, they choose doing their songs a little, they don't tell straight away what they want or whatever, but I do that, and I know nothing else, and I'm also a human, so I have to mix a little bit with how I feel about the things happening, because I'm human too, and that explains how people should feel about what's happening.
But then your approach is quite differently from other Eritrean singers. Like you said, they try to make it more snaky, or like they put it, they put it in the song like hidden a bit. Like how's the reaction been towards your more tougher approach?
Well, it's the style of hip hop, and I guess they have to understand the music style to understand that it's just that way it is. If they understood the music, they would understand where I'm coming from, rather than just say, oh, you're just cursing, you're not behaving as a girl should or as a woman should, but maybe it has nothing to do with it. And also as a person in my life, I'm like that. So to me, it's easy to do music like that.
Have you gotten a lot of peaks on, like you just said, like, oh, you're not behaving like a woman or a girl should behave?
Tell me about it. Oh yeah.
From who is this coming from?
Well, honestly, from everybody, even the opposition. But I mean, at the same time, how do you blame people that doesn't know what freedom means?
No.
How do you blame people that only been oppressed? That's the only thing they know. Even before Isaias, Mengistu Haile Mariam or Haile Selassie, whatever.
Yeah.
This is a nation that's always been oppressed. Yeah. So sometimes we gotta just, keep together our teeth and say, okay. It's hard though.
But this, is it common that youth actually says like, oh, she's not behaving like a woman should, or is it more like elderly women, church?
I think it's both. I think it's both. Even if they young, you know, they have their culture, they have their way of thinking. So, yeah, it's both.
But what makes your like a song a really good song? Is it text? Is it the beats? Or is it like when do you feel like this is a good song, like a good rap?
To me, it's just a feeling, you know. Everybody feel different about a song. To me, it's lyrically. The first, it's lyrically, and the beat, of course.
Yeah.
So it's up on how you make your lyrics, what kind of message you send in, and above all, is it the truth? Are you spitting the truth? That makes a good song.
But so you're aiming to like change people's mindset, like previously were for the government, to actually like listen to your songs and become like against the government. Would you like to like work for people that are not Eritrean, just to inform them about the horrible situation? Because some of your songs are in English, right?
Yeah.
Would that be some kind of goal, or are just aiming to change the Eritreans' mindset?
Oh, of course. The English part is global, so anybody that understands English will understand this. And the diaspora living, they understand only English. They don't speak that good Tigrinya, I guess. Some of them do, some of them don't. So the English part is really important.
Yeah.
And the Tigrinya is for those who doesn't understand English, not to make them feel outside. So,
have you heard of anyone in Eritrea that actually have accessed your songs?
Yeah, I do. I get a lot of messages even on Facebook, you know. They'd be like, oh, we hear your song, you know, even over here, or even Ethiopia, you know. I got interviewed from, I think it was not Radio Erana, the other one, Asana. And I guess it broadcasts even over there. So if people have access, they can hear that. So it's cool, you know. Not for them to change their mind because they live in it, so they know the situation themselves. But just to give them, you know, like morals, like to let them know, you know, like we stand on your side, you know, we know what's happening, and we be in your voice.
I agree with it, because a lot of people in Eritrea just see the Higdef part of the diaspora. I mean, they're like, why are you cheering for them? Why are you going to the festivals? And we're like, no, we're not. But they have not like seen that, because
that's why they're running away. Everybody.
Yeah, it's not like on Edit TV they don't show the demonstrations, for example.
No,
they only show the festivals. So they think that everyone who lives in the diaspora actually supports them. But I think when they hear your songs and actually like understand.
And some years ago it was like that, you know. Today we can compare, you know, the numbers of supporters and opposition, you know. Yeah, we're getting there. So
okay, so now we're gonna listen to one of your songs.
Okay.
Nakhna Hizbi Nakhna.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us a bit about?
You're so cute speaking Tigrinya.
Thank you. Would you like to tell us a bit about your song?
Well, Nakhna Hizbi Nakhna, it's the opposite of Nakhna Nusu Nakhna. We are him, he is us. So I'm saying, no, we are the people and the people are us. Like I said, letting them know that we are the people, and we are them, they are us. So when they have pain, we have pain. When they have freedom, we have freedom. Until they don't, we don't.
Perfect. Now we're going to listen to her song.
أنزا إرتراويان زي سمعوا فتوم إرتراوي أيكونن
አይኮነን በሀገር ካኩራ ንዝምል ከተና ደቅ አባታለና real Eritreans nigga you supporting my ass we got 40 years rage Smerrr we smack the nusu of your nahna fucking face nahna hizbi nahna till we die you couldn't change it even if you forever fucking try y'all regime supporters confusing being real patriotics to being loyal slaves with fake pride wonder how many soldiers turning in their graves right now who fought for democracy but most likely which monkeys made it to be independence just in vain already crazy niggas going totally insane Smerrr نحنا هزبي نحنا لو مي كم تمالي Smerrr مني يخنسو قدمي إريتراوي Smerrr نزمل كتنا دك أبطالنا علنا Smerrr Heavy clappers with no capacity of challenging an argument. This is their way of facing any problems by answering. It's all because CIA Wayane. Why is it wrong to fight for democracy? Cause of CIA Wayane. If you support it, why not live under the regime you call government? Cause of CIA Wayane. You're going with the flow, putting your trust in majority, so your dignity as if you were a clone. Real Eritreans stand for the truth, even if it means stand alone. You're living a lie with no frame to what the eye can see in reality. Still you're not blind what you claim, as long as you got CIA Wayane to blame. Anything that comes out of that mouth with no shame. Hypocrites always ruled by fear. I give my word loud and clear when your days are finally here, that I'ma show no fear. Smerrr نحنا هزبي نحنا لو بيكم تمالي Smerrr مني يخنسو قدمي إريتراوي Smerrr نزمل كتنا دك أبطالنا علنا Smerrr
كنزا حزبنا يسمع كنزا يحوتنا يسمع كنزا عبسنا يزلو يسمع كنزا عبير عيرو زلو يسمع كنزا وعدابين توزلو يسمع
Welcome back. And here with us we have Helen Kesete, the Swedish Eritrean rapper. And before the break, we were talking about how the youth and the general public in Eritrea views the people living in the diaspora, and how they usually have this idea that everyone who lives abroad actually supports the government, because that's the only view they get through their state television and their radio. So, Helen, what do you think? Is that a fair conclusion, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, thank you for letting me continue on that, because I lost myself before. I guess that could happen. Anyways, yeah, because the only thing they know is the majority is supporters, and so to them it's like, so what's the meaning of if they stand up against the regime? It will not make any difference, since the supporters are supporting him. They are actually the ones keeping him alive.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if you stand up against somebody if the majority is supporting him. You know what I'm saying? So we can actually not blame them for not standing up for their rights or for not doing anything. I think it's our job. I think when they see us unite, when they see us do something, when they see us committed in what we do, being activists, I think that's when they will get the guts to do something, because then they will know that whatever we do, if we do this, it's gonna be successful, since we have all this support we have. And I think that's a big issue. That's where we need, to think about, and our goal should be the main thing, rather than our differences and really, really, like unite, I mean, I know it's easy to say, but it should be that easy, really. Because if I want something, the only thing I can get is if I unite with somebody else that want the same thing as I do. So,
But do you think the people,
unite.
but do you think that people living in Eritrea will be willing to give up? Because when they're like uniting and fighting against the government, they're risking their whole life for it.
But they're
So,
risking it anyways. They're risking it when they flee. They know
Yeah.
what's coming to them. They choose to flee. Like rather than staying there, and they know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So to me, it's fleeing is the same thing as staying, and fighting, dying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than fleeing, dying.
Mm.
But the only differences is that they think like, oh, everybody that runs away, they just saving their skin, their own skin. And then as soon as they get to diaspora, it's like, oh, they all forgot about that, and they be like, oh, nahna nusu nusu nahna all over again, like,
How
oh
common
no,
is it
our
that?
country is good.
Yeah. How common is it for people that actually flee? Because I've heard a lot about that as well, like who flee from the country. I mean, through the boats and through Libya, Sinai, everything, and they still come to Sweden, and then they join these.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, now it's better. It's getting better. Now it's not like that. But I think the main thing to that is like if the majority is supporters, okay?
Yes.
So they have all the things they need, they controlling everything. So when you have a new person coming, they are the ones taking care of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these people who flee and actually get here, they have no choice. They have no choice to the supporters to go to. And when you're among all supporters, you're gonna be like them. You know what I mean? But now the opposition is getting bigger, and
we have to take
us as well. But now also, the issue itself, it's so many. We're talking about thousands of youth. So of course they have each other, and when they come here, nobody can tell them any difference.
No.
What they've been through. So in that way, it's good. When they flee and actually make it, we get more opposition. But at the same time, it's less youth inside Eritrea, and inside Eritrea is the main change is going to be made. So it's hard balance there.
But how? Because you've been in demonstrations in like Switzerland, Austria, Germany, Italy, Norway. What is your motivation to go all over Europe almost to fight for Eritrea? And do you go there yourself, or do you represent a youth organization or some kind of movement, or?
I go there by myself, and my motivation is action.
Yeah.
Simply saying action. I can't just be on Facebook writing, like, oh, we need freedom or whatever. Sometimes you see people opposition. They're all in your face, writing every day, blah blah blah, about the situation in Eritrea. You don't even know who they are. You never seen them in any event or demonstration or whatever. Yeah, so it's like, if you're not out there, do anything. What you're writing really doesn't matter. It's not. It's like you never existed. So to me, it's like I'll be a hypocrite doing this interview or whatever if I'm not an activist, like in action. So what motivates me, it's my humanity, I guess. Whatever demonstration it is, whoever made it, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be there for myself. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, well, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just everybody should do it. It's just our duty.
It's an obligation. Yeah.
Really.
But could you like understand the people that are just the faceless opposition people on Facebook that are, I mean, not living in fear because they have nothing to lose here in Sweden, but I mean, almost maybe all of their friends are, I don't know, pro-government?
No,
or...
really, I cannot understand that, because if I would say I understand them, that means I'm gonna understand the supporters. Because whatever issue the opposition would claim they have, the supporters would claim they have. You know, they have a house, or they have a cousin, or they have their mother, their father. You know, oh, they're so scared about them, and still they're going hitting the Koboro. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So it would be the same thing for me. You know, you live here now. I mean, maybe it's hard to. But at the same time, you run away from that because you wanted freedom. Okay.
Helen?
Okay. Yeah?
So, there's some technical difficulties, so we can barely hear Helen. So while we're fixing that, we're going to listen to Amaniel's Mikkel's song, Leiti Lebamat. And after that, we'll be back with Helen in full functioning technical screen. See you!
ሰላም ደፈኖ ንጹሃት ዘምር ብቱን ሓሳብ መታን ክእክቡ ኣብቲ ጸልማት ኣሕዋት ትራኸቡ ብሃንካ ደገ ዝዓድር ሰብ መስል ኣራፊዱ ምድር መዓስዩ ጭቕጭቕ ተዕዋፍ ዝሰምዑሉ መዓስዩ ምኩር ሕልሚ ዝሓልምሉ መዓስዩ ኣካሎምን ልቦምን ተፈቲሑ እዘለይቶም ዝሪዎ ወጊሑ فملالو نبعتهم نازروخ غوركو واونو وشتم انتموخ عين لبو مزرفن كقللو ابتكوتا وريح حبلو بتسون حساب متان كأكبو أبتتسل ما تحوى ترخبو بهام كأ دك زعدر سبي مسل عرافي دمدر معاسيو جغ تعوف سسمعولو معاسيو مكر حلمي زحلولو معاسيو وكالو من لبو من تفتحو ازليتو بزريو وقيحو تسفم ملالو نبعتهم نازروغي غوركو واونو وشتم انتموغي عين لبو مزدفن كقللو ابتكوتا وريح رحبلو مستقنتتا تايك مخنيو ناسم عزسكت هيوتن منادخن عنونو النبال بخبرو حم زبل تحمبل نتحرادي كراز قبل تايك مخنيو زي مستقمتل نتحرادي كراز قبل تايك مخنيو زي مستقمتل لباما تسفاوتو تنوح انبال وحنا يترف شعون دنيو شعو دلاي فتحي زعرف ليت لباما تسفاوتو تنوح انبال وحنا يترف بعل صبوح حلمي شعون دنيو زعرف ليتي لبامات مس وقاحة بيك حبايو ايدو زرساحة سلمات لبامات مستقنتتا تايك مخنيو ناسم عزسكت هيوتن منادخن عنونو النبال بخبرو حم زبل تحمبل نتحرادي كراز قبل تايك مخنيو زي مستقمتل نتحرادي كراز قبل تايك مخنيو زي مستقمتل ليت لباما تسفاوتو تنوح انبال وحنا يترف شعون ديو شعو دلاي فتحي تعرف ليت لباما تسفاوتو تنوح انبال وحنا يترف بعل صبوح حلمي شعون ديو زعرف
Welcome back, and with us we have, like the whole program, Helen Kesete, the Swedish and Eritrean rapper. And right now we have listened to Emanuel Zamikel, an Eritrean singer, and you are, like you said, four homies. And would you like to tell us a little bit more about the song and about him?
Well, I'm with my homie, yo, and he's a great singer, you know, and always good message, always good music, you know. He's always on his place, and most of all, you know, he have so much confidence, that dude. And I love his confidence. He's just great, you know. And his new song Leitel Bamat, like we just listened to, you know, what I love about that song is, you know, he just make it so simple and clear, you know, on the hook when he's saying like the one who gave the knife to the one who slaughtered people, what will his excuse be tomorrow when times change, you know? And that's really something to think about for the supporters. And so shout out to Amo, one love.
But how, if we go apart from the music and look at your like activist side, what do you think about like youth organization? I mean, young people gathering for the better cause or whatever you can call it?
Well, there's a lot of youths. You know, they have their organization. I can begin with the youth in Swiss.
Yeah.
They are so committed, and you know, like they have this unity. You know, like nobody can touch.
Yeah.
And they just adorable. You know, they make one proud. And after all, it's the youths, you know, that can
Yeah.
bring the change.
Yeah.
And that can really do something. So they are really committed, and they have this organization called Young Habesha Life, and they have this group on Facebook. So everybody just go there and like them or support them, and whatever you could do. You know, this is our job to support the youth. And we have this youth organization even in Sweden called the Young Wave. They also doing great jobs, you know, making events, being out on demos, you know. Everything is about action, and these youths really, you know, like I said, make one proud. So I wouldn't go without mentioning them. So
No. Did you miss that
keep it
when
up.
you were growing up, like the youth organization in some way?
What did you say?
Do you like, because this is like a new thing almost. I mean, youth people gathering and like in the opposition. Did you miss that? Like when
No,
you were
not really, because yeah, well, I mean, missed that in that way, but you know, before it was not the same life as it is now. It was not the same time as it is now. You know, it's actual now. You know what I mean? It's needed now, and it's there. You know, everything has its purpose. Its purpose. So, oh, sorry, now it's coming up things on my.
No.
Is it you, Nasser?
I think that's fine. Okay,
maybe it was
so
just a commercial. Yeah.
no, but finally, the most important question: how do you see the future in Eritrea?
I mean, as I have just seen the differences between into these 2 years, it's been like from here to there. You know, it's crazy. I mean, the truth is the truth. So the truth will always win, no matter what. And I think the real change lays in changing yourself, and this goes out to both supporters and oppositions. And because Eritreans have like this minded, and they be like, oh, this is our culture. You cannot do this. You cannot say that. You cannot do. This is oppression in itself. They dictating themselves. You know, you can say in other words. I think Eritrean people in official needs to know what freedom means and what democracy means, letting people having their say without getting personal yourself, you know, be like, all right, that's your view, so what? It's okay with me, you know. Not getting to things, small things like making big out of it, you know. But at the same time, you know, that's all they know, and you cannot really blame them. But I don't know, since I grew up here, sometimes I can get mad, you know. I can be like, how you even think, you know, how you even say that. But so change yourself and the world will change. That would be my message. And it's really simple, you know. Treat people like you want to be treated. And the freedom you're seeking, that's the freedom you should give to people also. And not judging people or, you know, going this circle saying that, oh, you could, like I said, you could not do this because it's not our culture, you know. But the culture should not be your handbook of life.
No.
Culture is something else, and culture should not tell you how to behave.
No.
A culture is just a culture, and keep it that way, you know. Otherwise, we can call the culture dictator and not Isaias.
No.
To be honest, you know.
How long do you think that the regime will last? Looking at the
Well,
current.
I don't think it will last that long. Since things and time have changed, I think even the supporters are really, really like tired, you know. But you know, we Eritreans have this stubborn attitude about everything. If I once said something, it's like I have to hold on to it, Like I will never say I'm wrong. I will never say I was sorry. Even I will bring it to the death, and this is wrong, I know a lot of supporters, they'd be like, yeah, they tell you something else in private, and then when you're in public, they cuss you out because you're opposition. But in private, they would be like, oh yeah, hello, we know everything, like, but what can we do,
What can we do? Yeah.
What can we do? Because we're not united among us. Well, get united then. Do something about it, rather than say, oh, we're not united. What have you tried to do, that will make people to unite? By saying that we're not united, you're just giving it negative energy. And it will not happen until you try to do something about it. To me, it's just an escape, So cut the bullshit and just do whatever, whatever your heart is telling you to do.
But do you think that, because yesterday, like Reporters Without Borders, which is like the biggest journalist association in the whole world protecting the freedom of speech, had their like annual press freedom index list, and Eritrea has been at the bottom of that list for 7 years. And yesterday, or this year, came out recently, which was the 2014 press freedom index, and Eritrea was at the bottom of the list again, under North Korea. I mean, how do you think that this is not going in the right direction? How do you think that this will change, or do you think it will change?
Well, some things need to really go down to the bottom for it to happen. Sometimes there's a saying, like until you hit the bottom, you cannot raise up, or whatever. You know what I mean. So it is not until you see something bad you want to do something about it. So I guess maybe it's what we need at the same time, like it really needs to get bad. Well,
before people actually will realize how like bad it is.
Yeah, really, it really needs to be that. But I mean, it's not that it matters for the supporters. Eritrea has been like the worst dictator, whatever, one of the world's worst dictator, like forever. But
what
still,
like
they'd be like, oh no, it's the Western, who
media.
do that, or and CIA or whatever,
What are the most common excuses that you've heard, like excusing the behavior
CIA.
of the always.
Oh my God, that's just hilarious. It's like, I mean, let's say, like CIA is not the angel, but what the people doesn't get is like, I mean, the supporters though. If CIA would be like the bad thing in the situation in Eritrea, that would mean that he's working with them.
Yeah.
To me, it's clearly, if that's so, you know what I'm saying? It's not like CIA is telling him to oppress his people.
No.
What's that? I don't even know how that.
Or like sink the boat, like some of the people.
Yeah. I don't even know how that go together. It's weird.
Okay. So now we're gonna listen to one of your songs.
It's
Monkey Say Monkey Do.
Yep.
Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, that was one of my first songs I did, and I was just so aggressive at that time and mad, like why these supporters are supporting, why they can't understand what's happening to our brothers and sisters, and why they don't want to do anything good, still, if you really support Isaias, you would want him to be better, not act blind and say like, oh, he's above all, he's doing everything good, even you tell your brothers and sisters, you know, don't do that or whatever, you know. So to me, it's just I don't know. So monkey say, monkey do. It's like you don't have a brain of your own. You're just doing what somebody else is telling you to do. You know, you just being like slave minded. You know. So that song, that's a harsh song. You know, that's really like straight song to what I feel about these supporters. And
when did it come out?
Now I guess it was like maybe it was in the beginning. I think in the beginning of 2012.
Okay.
Not really sure. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So now we're gonna listen to Monkey Say, Monkey Do.
መንግስቲ ብዛዕባ ዞም ሰባት እዚኣቶም ተሓታቲ ይኮነ ነጊመ ብሎ መንግስቲ ብዛዕባ ሰባት እዚኣቶም ተሓታቲ ኣይኮነን
ክትባህሩ ለቢስኩ ትዋስኡ ዘለኹ ወይለኩም አታዊለኩም
People wake up and turn on the lights, cause a warrior with no intention never stop fight, yo. A life without freedom is what he teaches by sending out kids. No respect for the human life except his, which he protects would have a nation that just kids ask without asking. Now I'm a question this generation, wondering what the gain is, holding people locked up, yo, without a reason. Sending out kids, only cowards benefit by sending out kids. Are you the coward that support dictatorship, but yet don't live to be dictator just like you support? Throw your hands up, yo. Monkey say, monkey do. Are you the liar who fake caring for you people by waving a flag? Throw your hands up, yo. Monkey say, monkey do. People all dying fact. Bet your brain smaller than your nut sacks. Need to bounce with your fucking pack. Supporting my ass. يا أخلك عيلات درفلي يا الإلا مشدو بالنبرة في ستو تمالات تفنو عدي كم زي ولدت نبلاش حدا درباي كنت درباي تدمامي روم من النت زي فلقو بريقو داي زيرو جرماي يقواتي جاقانون من تاي يتقفو تملس عم بساكا بشيت عنك تحلو هاجركا من تاي قبرو توم هزبي نعاقا أمينوم بلبي ساري غاقن داي بالسراقي مسحيلو ينبر أبلعلي power, greed, killings, fuck them all, they all the same in this case. This is a third false rape from different time and space. Sending out kids, only cowards benefit by sending out kids. Are you the coward that support dictatorship, but yet don't live to be dictator just like you support? Throw your hands up, yo. Monkey say, monkey do. Are you the liar who fake caring for your people by waving a flag? Throw your hands up, yo. Monkey say, monkey do. People all dying fact. Bet your brain smaller than your nut sacks. Need to bounce with your fucking pack. Supporting my ass. Haters all easily found without care everywhere. After 30 years war and what was still here. So what about the people in the country that you call yours? Who you giving up easily without a cause? Young people all dying in vain. So you can get one more money, more power, more fame. It's your war. Take it like a man, don't let women and kids get involved. How the fuck you gon' give a gun to a kid by the time it's 10 years old? Destroying all chances to happiness, people are starving and slaving. Wonder if you make it feel good at night, but who the fuck cares? Hope you drown in your own fucking nightmares. Sending out kids, only cowards benefit by sending out kids. Are you the coward that support dictatorship, but yet don't live to be dictator just like you support? Throw your hands up, yo. Monkey say, monkey do. Are you the liar who fake caring for you people by waving a flag? Throw your hands up, yo. Monkey say, monkey do. People all dying fact. Bet your brain smaller than your nut sacks. Need to bounce with your fucking pack. Supporting my ass. Sending out kids, sending out kids. Only cowards benefit by sending out kids.
عيلي إن وصغنا أدمنا نأسنا ندحر حجي زخطلكم زرياتات بزبالة
Hi, welcome back to my interview with Helen Kesete, the Swedish Eritrean rapper. So we've been talking a bit about the politics in Eritrea, about the diaspora, and how surprising it is that people actually born and raised in democratic countries can support the dictator regime in Eritrea. So what would be your message to all of those people actually supporting the regime?
Well, first of all, I want to say, like, because a lot of people be like, it's people's freedom to support or to be opposition or whatever. Well, I don't think so, because being a supporter is not it's not a choice, you know?
No.
It's only your choice as long as you don't want being dictated, living under this regime that you so supporting, you know? But I mean, you're living on the other side of the world, you're getting your education, you're working, you're getting paid. So what is it that you're supporting? You know, I want you for once to ask yourself, what is it you're supporting, you know? And what you're supporting, are you living it? You're not living it. You're supporting for other people's life to be messed up, you know? Actually, our brothers and sisters' lives, this is sad to say, but you're having their lives in your hand like this. So you are the change. And whatever, you know, after all, we're brothers and sisters, you know, how can you not feel the pain that your people are feeling, you know? How can you choose one man over a whole nation? It's, I don't know, it's just so sad, you know?
And what would be your like message to the rest of the people?
And to the
To
rest
the young, to the young people living all over the world who supports, who are against the government, the resistant.
I guess since nobody can get tired in a struggle, unity, unity, unity. That's all. If you want something, go get it. Go get it together. You know, 3 people is better than 2. 4 people is better than 3. So ask yourself why you're in the struggle. What do you want? You know, what do I want? I want democracy in Eritrea. I want this regime to step down, or, you know, to be judged by the crimes he did. So to be able to do that, I have to unite with the people that have the same thoughts or same goal as I do. So it's really simple to me, you know. It's nothing really to fuss about or whatever, you know. I don't understand why people are being like, oh, this group or that or whatever.
We need to unite.
Yeah, it's meaningless. For the people inside Eritrea, it's meaningless, you know. Whatever group you have, whatever names you give it, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's so useless. Why do we have all these groups, you know? And some people be like, oh, it's right, they're right to have this group or that. Well, I feel like, no, not in this whole struggle. It's for everybody. So just Smerrr, everybody, you know?
Yeah, I think that would be a good ending. Thank you so much, Helen Kesete, that you came to us today and that you had this wonderful talk about the Eritrean politics in the future.
Thank you, Vanessa Shakor. Thanks for having me, even though I just came to my house.
And thank you all viewers for watching us today. We hope you enjoyed your night, and hopefully we'll see you next time here on Smerrr TV. Bye-bye. Hey. Ciao, ciao.